Hey, this is Section 8 NJNPA. Please don't forget to subscribe. I wanted to talk about Section 8 waiting list in New Jersey. If you do a Google search and you type in Section 8 waiting list in New Jersey or open Section 8 waiting list in New Jersey, the search will often bring you to this website, affordablehousingonline.com. It brings you here, and then when you get here, it says Section 8 waiting list in New Jersey. And then it shows you only two waiting lists that are open until further notice. All right, only two. So a lot of people believe it's just only two open waiting lists in New Jersey, but really there's many waiting lists that open up in New Jersey and then close really quickly. So they never make it to this list. And one thing you probably don't do is you don't read the fine print right here. This fine print right here says there are two Section 8 housing choice voucher waiting lists in New Jersey that are either, now here's the key word, that are either always open or that have not announced a closing date. All right. So these are the only two that do that. But there's other waiting lists that open and close really quickly. So they announce an opening date and then really quickly they'll announce a closing date because the list will fill up. So don't be fooled by this language. These are two open waiting lists in New Jersey, but there's many that open for a day sometimes, or maybe 2 days, or maybe even a week, and then they close right away. So the other waiting lists open, but then they close pretty quickly, and so they don't make it to this list. This is the list of waiting lists that are always open. All right, so don't be fooled by the language. Read it between the lines and realize that other waiting lists do open in New Jersey. They just open for a day or 2 days or 3 days, and then they close right away once the list fill up. All right, how do you become aware of when a closed waiting list, is going to be open? You have to come to the site and look and see if certain waiting lists have an open date, or if they're announcing an opening date. Sometimes that opening date will be just for one day, and then you'll have to apply on that one day. You have that only one day to apply. Sometimes it's 2 days, or sometimes it's till the list fills up. But a lot of times it's a short window. All right. And so the waiting list open, but then they close right away. These two are always open. So they're kind of a different category. All right. But there's so many waiting lists that don't make it to this list because they open and close right away. All right. And so it's kind of a game. Try not to be fooled by the wordplay. All right. And I will leave the link to this website in the chat. But one thing you should always do is come in and check to see when other waiting lists are going to open up, so you can be aware of when that opening date is coming, so you can get ahead of everybody else and not miss out, because those lists fill up pretty quickly. All right, so you got to stay on top of the opening dates for the waiting list to get ahead of everybody else. Remember that. All right, please don't forget to subscribe. Section 8 NJNPA. I'm going to bring you more videos that will help you with Section 8 and will help you with affordable housing. Peace.